David Brock laundered taxpayers' money to fund Hillary Clinton's campaign. That's right. Hillary Clinton's campaign was funded by laundered taxpayers' money through David Brock. David Brock is the founder of Media Matters, and he's also one of Hillary's biggest donors. He laundered taxpayers' money and funneled that money into the Clinton campaign, the Hillary Clinton campaign, according to an investigation. Brock has been found guilty of taking part in a scheme that laundered taxpayers' money to fund the presidential campaigns of former President Barack Obama and also Hillary Clinton. Disobedient Media reports. The effort has revealed that organizations tied to high-ranking members of Share Blue and its holding company conspired with John Kerry's Department of State to use taxpayer funds in an effort to unseat Benjamin Netanyahu as the Prime Minister of Israel. The funds appear to potentially have been laundered and returned via a campaign consulting group tied to former President Barack Obama, ultimately being used to fund the 2016 U.S. presidential campaign of Hillary Clinton. Number 1. Funds passed from the Department of State were used by One Voice in an attempt to unseat Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu. So this is obviously Department of State of the United States interfering in the politics and the elections of another foreign country, in this case Israel, to unseat Benjamin Netanyahu. Peter Daou is the CEO of Share Blue's holding company, True Blue Media LLC. Mr. Daou played an integral role in the site's transformation from True Blue Media to Share Blue. Mr. Daou was also a former advisor to Hillary Clinton, John Kerry, and former Senator Arlen Specter. His website reveals that he has also advised the Clinton Foundation and now shuttered Clinton Global Initiative. It's closed down, that's why it's shuttered. The U.S. Department of Energy, the United Nations Foundation, Microsoft, Intel, AARP Inc., Action Against Hunger, PR Newswire, and Bloomberg Philanthropies, two news organizations which both have close ties to the City of London-based UBM plc. So he gets all over the place. Mr. Daou has played an advisory role for One Voice International, an international grassroots movement that amplifies the voice of mainstream Israelis and Palestinians, empowering them to propel their elected representatives towards the two-state solution. One Voice's partners include an impressive list of global special interests, including the Association of British Muslims, the UK Conservative Party, Google, Crown Family Philanthropies, the European Commission, part of the European Union, High Atlas Foundation, the UK Labour Party, the RAIN Foundation, and the Rockefeller Brothers Fund. Peter Daou's involvement with One Voice creates an apparent conflict of interest given the massive number of foreign interests who are affiliated with the organization. Gary Gladstein, the former Chief Operations Officer for Soros Fund Management, is listed as an ordinary board member of One Voice. Well, here we go. George Soros is again integrated with these people, both Brock and Hillary. In 2014, and Obama. In 2014, One Voice was awarded nearly $350,000 by the Department of State, just weeks after most political observers said it was only a matter of time before the Netanyahu coalition would collapse and new elections would be held. The cash was used by One Voice Palestine, OVP, in their, quote, "The land is ours," end quote, on September 25, 2014 in the campaign to promote the stated American policy of a two-state solution and the unstated policy of deciding the borders for a Palestinian Authority country. The money ultimately ended up in the hands of Victory 15, a grassroots-style campaign whose aim objective was to unseat Benjamin Netanyahu as Prime Minister of Israel in the 2015 legislative elections. While One Voice maintained that they did not directly use or grant the funds to influence the 2015 elections, The Senate Permanent Subcommittee on Investigations found that this was exactly what transpired. One Voice, in fact, quote, deployed the campaign infrastructure and resources created using grant funds to support an anti-Netanyahu political campaign. Anti-Netanyahu political campaign. The subcommittee ultimately found no legal wrongdoing by state because there was no restriction on how the peace process infrastructure could be used after the grant expired in 2014. One Voice had previously engaged in political activism during Israel's 2013 elections, leading the State Department to be criticized for lax oversight, which caused officials to miss clear warning signs and allowed the use of taxpayer funds to intervene in the internal affairs of a strategic American ally. They're interfering in a strategic American ally to take down the prime minister. Why is that? Because they wanted a two-state solution that they were pushing. Obama was pushing, that is, through the global elite Soros group. Most damningly, the subcommittee's report revealed that the Obama administration deleted emails. Obama administration deleted emails related to the grants given to One Voice in an apparent attempt to cover up the scandal. The American Center for Law and Justice has since filed an injunction against the Department of State in an attempt to compel the production of documents which they allege have been withheld by the United States government. Number 2, money given to One Voice and the Victory 15 campaign was returned to pro-Clinton PAC in an apparent laundering scheme. Money was given to pro-Clinton PAC in a laundering scheme. Additional investigation has revealed that Victory 15 may not have been the final intended destination for the State Department's grant. On February 11, 2015, the Times of Israel reported that in the course of their campaign to unseat Benjamin Netanyahu as Israeli Prime Minister, Victory 15 retained 270 strategies, an organization led by Jeremy Bird, who worked on President Barack Obama's 2 victorious presidential campaigns. Since 2013, 270 Strategies has worked with pro-Clinton PAC Ready for Hillary, which raised millions in active solicitations as part of what 270 Strategies described as an attempt to, quote, tap into the organic grassroots energy around a potential Hillary Clinton presidential run in 2016, end quote. The retention of 270 strategies to interfere in the political affairs of a foreign ally at the same represents at best an incredibly inappropriate conflict of interest, given that their already existing involvement with Hillary Clinton's campaign and close ties to Barack Obama. At worst, it raises the possibility that taxpayer funds given by the Department of State to One Voice found their way back to a PAC affiliated with Hillary Clinton's presidential campaign through a laundering scheme disguised as a contract between Victory 15 and 270 Strategies. This is unbelievable. Even Obama deleted emails to protect this scandal. This is by Sean Adel Tabatabai on Your Newswire. So if any reporter were to ask Hillary Clinton if she had knowledge of this, she would obviously, most probably again, lie about it, that she doesn't understand, she doesn't remember, or she doesn't know, or she's never heard of this. The fact is that her PAC did receive funds this way. And of course, someone has to go and ask former President Barack Obama why he deleted those emails to cover up this scandal. This is huge news. And this is the way Hillary and Obama treated a very close ally. It's supposed to be that Israel is the best and closest ally to the United States. If this is the way they treat their friends, I'd like to know how they treat their enemies.